Hey everybody, J7409 here with you with the afternoon update about Alberta. So I've been watching this thing all afternoon and it just sat there. It was stationary for the longest time. It's finally started to move a little bit. Here we go for Friday the 25th of May 2018 as of 4 p.m. this afternoon. Central Daylight Time, maximum sustained winds remaining the same at 40 miles per hour, minimum central pressure 1005 millibars. If you're tracking it, 19.4 north, 86.3 west, and the movement is east at 2 miles per hour. It's even less than it was. And it did get to be stationary, I'm not kidding. That's what happened. It's finally just picked up a little movement within the last hour, hour and a half. Where will it go? Nobody knows. You know what I think is going to happen with this? I am not saying this is going to turn into a hurricane, a Cat 1, but I am saying I think there is a possibility that the wind gusts could be reaching hurricane strength at some point. That's the gust, okay? Maybe it won't happen, maybe it will, but I still kind of wonder about this thing. This is what I think it's going to go, and then we'll check out and see what they're saying. I think it's going to go right up through here, and it's going to come up this way. And then the water's going to get a little cooler, and it's going to bounce back out this way. And, well, we'll look at this map. I can show you just as well. Come up through here, come up here, cooler water, bounce back, kind of head over this way. Then I think we might have something that makes it get a little bit weaker, and then it's going to come back out, I think, probably over this way and come back in the water. That's what I think before it finally then goes straight up and across. We'll have to wait and see. That's just what I'm thinking right now, what it looks like to me. And don't fret, I'm going to show you graphs and maps in just a few moments, but we need to go over this, okay? This tropical storm and storm surge watches is issued for north central Gulf Coast. Heavy rainfall expected to affect the Yucatan Peninsula, western Cuba, Florida, and the northeastern Gulf Coast through the weekend, okay? There's everything I just already told you, okay? Except it is about 195 miles south-southwest of the western tip of Cuba right now. Okay. Storm surge watch has been issued for portions of the northern Gulf Coast, and I'm going to show you that, of the United States from Horseshoe Beach, Florida, westward to the mouth of the Mississippi River. Okay, a tropical storm watch has been issued for portions of the northern Gulf Coast of the United States from Indian Pass, Florida, westward to Grand Isle, Louisiana, including all those lakes and the metropolitan area that are right around that area in Louisiana. Storm watches and warnings. Storm surge watch is in effect for Horseshoe Bend to the mouth of the Mississippi River. Tropical storm watch in effect for Tulum to Cebu, Catatuchi, Mexico, Cuban province of Pinar del Rio, Indian Pass to Grand Isle, and also in the areas of Louisiana. Now, we all know what a storm surge is, but of course, it means there's the possibility of life-threatening inundation from rising water moving inland from the coastline. And in the inundation locations during the next 48 hours, the risk, I'm going to show them to you where it's at, okay? Now, all you need to know is a tropical storm watch means that the tropical storm conditions are possible in the United States portion of that watch area within the next 48 hours. Okay, where are the storm surge watches for Alberta? Everywhere you see this kind of purple looking area, everywhere. All the way down here in Louisiana, all the way up, all the way across Mississippi, the Alabama portion down here next to the Gulf, Pensacola, Florida, all the way up. So let's make this just a tad bigger right quick. See if we can see any towns. There we go. Lynn Haven, Panama City. Nothing really close by right in here. Closest town's a little bit away up in Tallahassee. You folks would have the greatest chance in Lynn Haven, Panama City as we move over. Pensacola, you're surrounded, okay? Mobile, Alabama, Gulfport, and Biloxi. This just keeps on going and going. New Orleans, all around in this area. This is where the storm surge watches are at this time. I had someone make me a comment wanting to know about flooding. Well, you know where you live, and this is the map right here of what's expected as of now. Of course, remember, all of this can change, and all of this probably will change, people, at some point. But right now, from down in the Keys, southern Florida, all the way up in this area, that's 6 inches of rain. If you live in any of these areas, and you usually have a chance of flooding, and you know what the storm surge is up in here, this is just rain you're going to get. You'll know about flooding. Everything in the yellow, you're going to receive 4 inches of rain. Everything in the dark green, 2 inches, and this light green is 1 inch. Okay, so I'm thinking more or less like 2 to 3 up here. For I'm in the dark green. I think that's probably what I'll get. But if you're in the orange and you're in the yellow, and this is going to change. This, my friends, is 6 inches. This is 4 inches. You know where you live. You know what you're used to. But let me tell you something. As this thing gets closer, I have seen as much as 22 inches of rain in places. So just keep that in mind. Whether it happens or whether it don't, it's remained to be seen. But please, please keep this in mind, okay? As of 4 o'clock this afternoon, everything that you see yellow around, you are under a tropical storm watch right now. This will change probably either tomorrow night or Sunday. Tropical storm watch, all of this area and down in here, and even on the back side over here. So that's what that's looking like right now. We'll try to make it just a tad bigger. Maybe we'll get to see some towns right quick that this may be under. Come on down. Well, Baton Rouge and New Orleans and all that. But then these areas right in here. Let's see if we can get it a little bit bigger one more time. I know this takes time, but if you want to know, you got to do this, you know. Okay, here we go. Pensacola area, you're under this tropical storm watch. Mobile, Biloxi, Gulfport. The New Orleans area and down the coast of Louisiana. You are under a tropical storm watch at this time. And what we're looking at here is the tropical storm force winds for the next 120 hours. And as you see, you're going to start feeling them. This is going from where it's at right now, how long it will take them to get there. This is going to expand, and before it's all over, everybody up in here is going to have this color, more than likely. But I think once it hits land, everybody, it's going to start to die right down. It's going to dance around in the warmer waters for a while, but once it hits land, it should die down some. Okay, I want to end this. I will have more in detail things as time gets closer, so just remember that. But I really want to check some things out right now. It's down here right now. Let's hop up here right quick. I want to know what the winds are going to be. By tomorrow afternoon, the wind should be around 50 miles an hour sustained. Let's see if it keeps growing. We'll hop up here right quick. This is by Sunday at 2 p.m. 65 mile per hour winds is in the forecast for it. What's it going to be right up in here? 65 mile per hour winds. This, of course, for Memorial Day, Monday at 2 p.m. Now, what we need to do is we need to turn on the track model of it. This is just what the National Hurricane Center is putting out here. And it's looking like they're pretty on the ball, my friends. I always like to follow the TVCN, and they use it quite much themselves. That's a very, very good model, along with the European model and others. I don't know if you noticed or not, but on some of those maps, there's like 5 or 6 models they use to put that information out. But here it goes right here. Let's make it a little bit bigger so we can have a better idea of what's going on here. Doesn't mean this is going to happen. Good Lord, all kind of things can change, as you know. But the black line's got it going just west of Mobile. We'll get over here. Just west, right in here. Moving right on up. Trying to find a little black box so I can see what time it is. This is on Tuesday. It's already gone up. According to this, we'll have to wait and see, but it's looking like probably Monday's going to be a rainy day for everybody. So just keep that in mind. Monday, everybody in these areas are going to have rain, and some more rain. But that's what it's looking like right now. I wanted to share this with you. I do hope that everybody who is in these watches and storm surge warning and watch areas are ready in case you do start to get a little flooding coming your way. It's past time now for everybody to have their hurricane kits together. Make sure you got a plan. Make sure you go by it. This I don't think is going to turn into a great big scary storm, but it is going to be a storm, and it's probably going to be a little more impact than what you think it's going to be. That's not to make anyone afraid. That's just to make everybody make sure that you're ready in case this happens. It may not, but this is what it's looking like right now. I've just showed you. So please, please don't forget to check on your neighbors, your elderly neighbors, the handicapped people you may know. Make sure your pets are okay wherever they are on whatever you decide to do, whether you stay home with them or whether you don't. Whatever you do. And please don't go out driving through flooded areas. Please, you know better, people. Just don't do it. Wait till it's over. If you have flooding in your area, just wait, okay? It'll be okay. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, click the bell, share this information with all your friends and loved ones anywhere, from Florida on up to Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. That's the places we need to watch. Please share this and help me to keep people safe and aware of what's happening. Everyone have a pleasant evening. Much peace, love, and kindness to all.